Hey everyone, thanks for waiting. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Connect Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary post-game live stream for Thursday, February the 25th, on a night that the Vancouver Canucks lost 3-0 to the Edmonton Oilers. So as usual, let me go for the first 5 minutes or so. So hold your questions for the first 5 minutes. The reason why I was a couple minutes late is I like this 10 o'clock even hour start time, but Streamlabs decided to update itself as I was getting ready for the stream, and I had to redo a few settings. So that's already my excuse if something funky happens and if we the stream craps out us halfway through, but then it would be kind of appropriate that the stream would crap out on a night where the Canucks kind of crapped out as well. Okay, so let me go for the first 5 minutes and then I will turn it over to you as always. So first of all, thank you for being here. Shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Just Incredible, and nucksfan number 29. I want to thank them for their support. I want to thank members of all levels for their support. Still running a contest. If you join as a member by the end of this month, I'll enter you into a draw for $25 van base, so Canucks team store gift card there. And there's 3 membership levels. I won't go through all of them now, but if you're interested in supporting me financially, I certainly wouldn't say no, but I certainly don't expect it either. Press the join button underneath any of my videos or the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. I appreciate all of you. Right off the bat, if you're watching from my area of the Lower Mainland, in Steveston and Richmond, in the city, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world, thank you. I appreciate you. I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, and I'm grateful that you are here. You guys know that I don't take you for granted, and I want to thank the mods as well. I always forget to thank the moderators of this channel. I forget to thank them, so I want to thank them. I appreciate you, and I trust your judgment, obviously. Okay, I've already used 2 of the 5 minutes, so I'll only talk for 3 more minutes. Thank you to all you who watched my interview with Andrew Walker. He's a good guy, you guys. I know he gets a bad rap, but I really enjoyed chatting with him, and I hope that you guys will take the time to watch that video. So that interview, it went really well, and I think Andrew's a really good guy. For tonight's game itself, you guys know that I come on a bit later now at the risk of losing people because I do want to do a more elongated, a more detailed post-game live stream, and I think that's the better way to go instead of me rushing for 2.5 minutes just for the sake of Twitter. But I do follow the same format: what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. So I'm going to go through those real quick right now. What I liked about tonight's game, I liked Thatcher Demko. Yeah, his 2 goals, they weren't the toughest shots ever against, but he made a lot of really good saves, and he certainly wasn't the reason why we lost tonight. I actually like Hoglander's game. I thought he was okay on the top line. He wasn't amazing, but I thought he was okay on the top line. He had 5 shots on goal. I also liked Travis Hamonic. He only played 11 minutes, but I noticed that he had 4 shots on net. I noticed he made some good pinches. He skated quite well tonight, so I was okay with that for first game back in a month. What I didn't like, obviously, special teams. We only Edmonton went 2 for 5, which isn't good. I hated how we went 0 for 4. To me, our bad power play was worse than our not so good penalty kill. Like, I don't know how you can be so bad with the skill out there of Pettersson, Hughes, Besser, Miller, and Horvat. So that's something we need to fix right away. I didn't like the fact that Jace Harlock only played 3.5 minutes. I was excited to see what he could do. Granted, he didn't have a good first period. Maybe that's why he only played 2 minutes. Maybe that's why he only played 1.5 minutes in the second period, and that's why he didn't get off the bench in the third period. So I'm sure it was a disappointing debut for him. Was happy though with my friends Steph and Chris. If you guys watching TV, the one cranking the siren and doing the little pony thing, which is kind of funny. We were texting about it after. That was my one of my best friends, Steph Vallejo, an ER nurse at Burnaby General Hospital. So I was so thrilled that she got to experience that with her husband Chris and my goddaughter Avery. So that was pretty cool if you saw them cranking the siren on TV. And so I wish they saw a goal. And here's my one other thing. You guys, it's crazy. If you say that Toronto, Edmonton, and Winnipeg are becoming the class of the North Division, Montreal's struggling. They fired their coach. Calgary is struggling. They're getting whooped by Ottawa. So yes, it's not likely that we're going to make the playoffs, but it's not impossible. And we're almost giving up a chance, a gift to at least be in the race still. Now we've got to worry about Ottawa behind us. And yeah, we had a golden opportunity to make some ground on both Montreal and Calgary tonight, and we did not do so. Okay. Lastly, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We're so close to that goal. I just got to get 10 subscribers a day until the end of this month, and I'll hit 6,000. So thank you, and like this video if you like to. Don't like the fact, I can't believe I'm saying this so many times this year, but don't like the fact that the Canucks lost, but like the fact that we are in here together talking about the Canucks loss. Misery loves company, and we are going to be miserable together tonight. All right, let's go with your questions. Hazard, in the next game, will Levy be in the lineup instead of Edler? No, I do not think you are benching Alex Edler. I do not think you're benching Alex Edler, that's for sure. Fango, hey Clay, what lineup changes do you see happening for next game? I would put Zach McEwen in for Antoine Roussel, and I wouldn't change the D. They didn't score on us on a even strength goal, except for the empty netter, right? So the defense wasn't the problem tonight. It was our offense. But what else? There's not a lot you can do. I'd put McEwen in for Roussel, though. That's what I'd do. Miller's getting way too much ice time, says Truds. Bim Jennings. My gym bro will be 20 years late. Okay, whatever that means. Inferno, Clay, if not a management change or deadline deal, how do you think the rest of the season will play out? Inferno, I think we're looking at how the rest of the season is going to play out. Not good. Not pretty. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. It's interesting, though. They made a point. You know, I keep saying trade Pearson, get a first-round draft pick, or get some prospects or a prospect. But Satyar Shah made the point on the broadcast that you don't want to, quote, throw away the season or make it look like you're throwing away the season when you're still trying to make sure that Pettersson and Hughes are happy here. So tricky. Why is Roussel not as good as the past 2 seasons? Noah, I think he had a good season his first year and kind of surprised us. And I think this is just how good he is. He's not that good, quite frankly. Yes, Bim, that's fine. You explain later, no problem. Thoughts on Jake's game? Edmund says he liked it. Horrible start, 2 minors in the first 10 minutes, but I really liked his second period. He had 2 really good shifts back to back where he had 3 or 4 scoring chances, almost scored, right? The puck is 3/4 over the line, but then I don't think he played much in the third, so I thought he was noticeable for sure. Bad in the first period, good in the second period. Arso, hey Clay, what's up? Hey Arso, do we have a better chance of making the playoffs or having Ottawa catch us in the standings? Isn't Ottawa only 2 or 4 behind us? Maybe that could be more likely the way they are playing. They pounded Calgary. We couldn't beat them. If you're the Canucks GM, what change would you make? Harmon, it's easy for me to say, but I would buy out Louis in the offseason, and I would not sign any of these older guys, these late 20s, early 30 guys to long contracts. Easier said than done. Sonny, hey Clay, do you know Edler has 99 goals? Do you think he will get 100? And does it bother you? No, it doesn't bother me at all. The way Edler shoots and keeps missing the net, I think it's going to be a while before he gets to 100. But no, it doesn't bother me. Noah, hey Clay, how are you? I'm great. Thank you for asking. I hope you're well as well, Noah. At the end of the day, I'll explain why I'm in a good mood, and it has nothing to do with the Canucks. Maybe I'll share that at the very end. It's not like a massive thing. It's kind of materialistic, actually, but I'll explain it later. Do you think the team will find the confidence again? It's sorely lacking. Shane, great question. I think it's tough. I think they're a fragile team right now. Stu, could they be doing a Toronto and going for the bottom? No, I don't believe in that TANK word. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I just don't think they're good enough. Do you think they should try two D-men on PP1, Schmidt and Hughes, and have the forwards moving around more? Brad, I definitely think our power play is way too static. The only movement you get is when Miller comes up to the blue line and then skates down again. It's ridiculous how static it is. And if you're not afraid of anyone's shot except for Pettersson's, then you can key on him, right? I wouldn't mind seeing for a different look. Riley, Clay, do you think you could be a coach in the NHL? No, I think I could be a motivator, like a motivational speaker or a pep talk guy or a public a communications guy. But I truly don't think I could be a head coach. I don't have enough playing experience for sure. Tim says bring up Rathbone, get rid of the veterans. Edler, Ben, and anyone else that's not going to... Yeah, Edler's got a no trade clause, though. No movement clause. So we have to wait till Seattle expansion draft and then just not re-sign him. Jogpo, next season be way better. I don't know about way better, but it will be better. You got Podkolzin coming in, and you're getting rid of contracts like Sutter, Ben, and Pearson. Although some of those guys are decent players. Yeah, I'm sure Raybro is happy in Inferno. He's just very respectful, not rubbing wrong. Yusuf, what went wrong? I didn't watch the game. No scoring, bad power play. Chris, newest member. Hey, Chris, what do you think about Hoglander in the first line? I thought he was okay. I thought he was okay. I don't think he was great, but I thought he was okay. Do you think they will sign Demko for 2 to 5 years as he'll expire? Yeah, I think he will. He'll get a shorter term contract for sure. 2 to 5 years sounds right, but yes, they'll definitely re-sign him. Harry, hi Clay, how are you? I'm great, Harry. Hope you're well. Brutal game tonight. What do you think of the power play the Canucks had? It was brutal. What should the Canucks do to capitalize on the power play? Move. Be less predictable. That's what they got to do. Sonny, but what you're seeing from Demko from the past and now, do you see him leading the Canucks to the Cup? See him winning a Vezina or at least be elite? I don't know about winning the Cup or winning a Vezina, but I think he can be a solid number one goalie for sure. I think we've seen enough from Demko, and remember he's still relatively young. I think he'll be a solid number one. Rob, do you think Travis Green is too soft on the players? He does not appear to have a mean streak in him. Yeah, Rob, but we don't know what he's saying at the practices, right? At the press conferences, he is quite composed. He's not the best communicator I've ever heard, but he does seem composed, although he did seem a little agitated at the end of Tuesday's game. I wonder what he's going to sound like tonight. But I don't know if he's too soft, but I do know the players like him and respect him, and that doesn't mean because he's easy on them. That's a good question. I don't know. Does Ottawa get fourth spot in the North? Hazard, I think that's a bit of a stretch, but they are playing well. Fillmore, isn't it funny that Markstrom was hiding the Canucks' flaws, but Calgary isn't the successful team they were supposed to be when they signed our former players? Yeah, and it's not all Markstrom's fault, right? Rittich was in net tonight, but I think Markstrom was good. He definitely hit a lot of our flaws, and he hasn't done the same for Calgary yet. B8 Bulin, whatever that means. Hey Clay, do you think any changes will take place pretty soon if we continue this losing trend? Yeah, but I think it's gonna be minor changes, right? I don't know. Your players don't have any trade value. You've committed to your GM and coach apparently, but maybe they will start to move some of the UFAs for sure. Solve this anagram from Dogwood. AT. You tried to make me say the TANK word, didn't you, Dogwood? Otherwise, I'm not that smart. Harsunder, he's our scout. Hey, Clay, I was checking with some of my connections today. Interestingly, they said that if Pearson goes to Toronto, it might be possible we get there first this year, but we'll see. I could see Tanner Pearson being moved for a first or second round pick, especially if Toronto plays well. Then that pick will be in the bottom half of the first round. I could see that happening. Thank you, Harsunder. That's cool. Fangirl, do you think Edler's going to retire after this year? Or do you think Canucks give him a 1 year deal? I do not think the Canucks give him a 1 year deal, so I see him retiring. I don't see him playing somewhere else. Arshan, Clay, are you getting frustrated with our team losing game after game? Yes, I am very frustrated. Austin, hey Clay, are there any players you'd like to see the Canucks pick up? Oh yeah, there's plenty of players that I'd love to see the Canucks pick up, but I don't think they're players that the teams that they're on right now probably won't part with. Riley, you'd be a good coach for the Canucks even though you don't have any playing experience. Thank you, Riley. I think I'm just good at talking about the Canucks. I don't know if I'd be strategically any good or tactically any good. Sonny, why does Hughes keep on shooting the puck? Yeah, it's a little frustrating. He doesn't have the best shot, does he? It never works. Don't they work in PP in practice? They should, but maybe they don't. Also, I feel like they need to simplify the power play. Get P the puck, let him rip it instead of try to go cross ice. Yeah, and Miller usually tries the bad cross ice passes, but Pettersson was doing some of them tonight too. It's no good. I agree with you. I've said this many times. Just let Pettersson grip it and rip it. And if guys get in his way, too bad, so sad. If he knocks a couple masks off, that's fine. If he hits a few posts, but get people fearing his shot. Noah, thoughts on Jake with Bo and Tanner? and a scoring chance today. I thought Jake had a good second period. First period was really bad. Third period, he barely played. Yeah, he's not going to be the setup man, but he can skate and he can get open. He's got a decent shot. And that's how he almost scored today. Jim Benning, do you think if the Canucks would lose 10 games in a row from now, Benning would be fired? Yes, I think Aquilini would have to go back on his word. Brad, the projections for the North Division based off last year's results are pretty similar to how they are now. Are we surprised we don't have the elite whipping boys to kick around anymore? Yeah, we knew that the Canucks didn't play well against Canadian division teams, but we were pretty excited given how they played in the bubble. Good, that's a good point. Why does Miller seem he doesn't even eat? Maybe that's want to be out there. Yeah, his body language isn't the best for sure. Trud says trade Pearson and Miller. Interesting. If the Canucks were to sign, which one would you prefer? Schwartz, Tatar, or Hoffman? I've always liked Jaden Schwartz, actually, of those three guys. Clay, when will be the next Canucks win? Inferno, I'm going to boldly predict that they're going to win one of the next two against Winnipeg. I just don't know which one. Well, numbers slowly going up. That's nice. We're almost at our 100 after a loss. By the way, there's 90 of you in here. There's only 27 likes, so let's try and get that up to, let's set a magic number of 40. So if you're in here, let's get that likes to, I always like the likes to get close to the number of viewers, or at least half to it. But thank you for being here, regardless. Clay, would you like to see more of a point shot presence on the power play? Yeah, Nathan, but not from Hughes. I don't think he's got the best shot right now. Hamonick's got a good heavy shot. Even Ulevi. And Ulevi's skating is pretty bad, though, so you'd have to worry about him getting walked off a block shot. But thank you for the likes, everyone. But I actually like Ulevi's shot. He gets it through. Arjun's heart. Yeah, I can't believe that we were only one goal away from the conference final last year. We don't look like the same team. How do you feel about the 80 saves from Smith? Almost like he had a mask. Yeah, Chris, I explained to my kids that the goalies never had masks before. They couldn't believe it. Yeah, that stack pad one was interesting, although I think it got deflected by Nurse. Sheldon, I would like to see players like Horvat and Hoglander cut to the net with speed. What do you want to see more of, Clay? Yep, Sheldon, I agree with you. I'd love to see more traffic in front of the goalie. You gotta want to get there and want to fight to get there. Yes, I am aware Marky's injured. Thanks, Filmer. Sonny, Pettersson is so talented. Why can't he ever deke out players and go through them? He has the hands and shifty. He can deke out guys one-on-one, but if you can't, no one can, unless you're Connor McDavid, you can't really go 1-over-2 or 1-on-3. But Pettersson can certainly beat guys one-on-one. Thanks, you guys. We're over 100 viewers right now. That's awesome. Riley Clay, do you have a favorite WWE theme song? I like anything. I like Sasha Banks' old song, actually. Yeah. Gary, with our cap situation improving, if the GM were to be fired, would we hire a new GM before the trade deadline? Yes, absolutely. You want to bring in someone so he can shape the team. You know what's interesting? That Andrew Walker brought up a really good point. If you fire Benning, usually a GM likes to hire his own coach. So if the Canucks know they're going to fire that they are going to fire Benning, then that's why they're not going to extend Green. They're going to let the new GM hire his own coach, which would be tough because Aquilini doesn't want to spend any money. So then are you going to get someone better than Travis Green? Because you're not going to spend $4 or $5 million. It's got to be $2 or $3 million. So that's something interesting to watch. Hey Clay, spelling the word is the same as saying it. Yeah, Nathan, but he spelled it out of order. He had the A and the T mixed up, so that's why I caught myself. Jeff says the first for Pearson would be shocking. I was thinking maybe second or third plus stars. Yeah, that's fair. I was thinking second as well, but you never know. Never know if we can build up his trade value and if Toronto really wants him. And Jeff, I didn't know you're from Toronto. I saw that you put that on my other video, that comment. So thank you for staying up. Thanks to everyone who's staying up, no matter if you're in my time zone or anywhere else around the world. Fangirl says I'd be a great analyst for Sportsnet. Thank you, Fangirl. Although I have a face for radio, I think I do a good job actually. Although I get sometimes really excited when I talk, but maybe we need more of that. Justin, my friend, how are you? Long time no see. Why did Jim Benning qualify JV this summer when we could have taken advantage of a unique market opportunity to sign players for cheap, like Duclair? Yes, and yes. He could have been motivated by optics, signing the local guy, signing your high 6th overall draft pick. I was telling my boys that in that 2014 draft that Jake Virtanen got pick 6, and I don't complain about this, but we know that William Nylander went after him. We know that Nikolai Ehlers went after him. We know that David Pastrnak went after 2 Canucks picks, Virtanen and McCann. So pretty crazy year that year. Dylan Larkin as well. Chris Clay, do you think Edler will retire this season, or do you think he'll one more year? Yes, he does have a no move. He can be exposed. I don't think Seattle takes him. I have a feeling that Edler is going to retire before he plays for another team. That's just my gut feeling. John, do you think Canucks should trade with Canadian teams? Yeah, but they got no one to trade with and no one with any trade value except for maybe Pearson. Jim Benning is here. Brad says Schwartz is a sluffer. Sonny, hey Clay, do you think the Canucks will make the playoffs next year in the Western Conference? And what are the chances of the Canucks, and I'm not going to say that word, being rivals? I think we have a chance to make the playoffs, especially if we go back to other divisions. And we'll have a different looking team next year. Also, out of all the Canucks, who do you think is giving consistent effort? I'd say you say Bo, Hoglander, maybe Hughes. Yeah, Hughes gives consistent effort, but he gets knocked off the puck so much now. I think if I had to choose anyone, it would be Hoglander. And I'd say Mott when he was not injured. But I think Hoglander to me. Yeah, and Bo always gives good effort too. Chonger, hey Clay, sounds like I missed a snoozer. You did indeed. You had a church thing. Can you describe the game in 3 words? Yeah. Sucky power play. There. Not all heroes wear capes. That's awesome, Jeff. Schmidt from the point. Yeah. Should we try Schmidt with Hughes and not be a shutdown with Edler? Schmidt has played the best with Edler. I wouldn't mind seeing Hughes with Schmidt at least for a little bit. Why not? What have we got to lose at this point? If Holtby leaves this season, who becomes our second goaltender? I think we have to trade for one because I don't think DiPietro's ready yet. We need 2020 bubble hockey Bo Horvat back. Yeah, that he caught some lightning in a bottle for sure. I had a lot of D word. No, I'm not going to say that. And I'm not going to say the T word. But thank you for asking. Does Hoglander get a chance on the top power play unit? I think eventually he will. I really do. Do you think Roman Reigns is overrated? No, Edmund, I don't. I think his new character and he brings a lot of star power. Would you trade JT Miller for Jake DeBrusk? I don't think so. No, I'm not going to do I had a lot of D's challenge. Ricky, brother, Van City Nucks. Hey, brother, tough times. I will say this. I definitely missed the Pacific Division. Yeah, we were just talking about that. I think Canucks are top 3 with Vegas and Edmonton. Hurry up, season and end. Yep, let's will not be disappointed when the season ends. Do you have info on Podkolzin? His season should be over soon. Yes, but I think he's got national team commitments. I heard that we can't get him until May. Does Mike... Oh, Inferno's asking Jim Benning. Hello, Nick. Hey, Clay. What do you think of the Canadian Army showing off their very... Oh, Sonny, you almost got me. That's what happens when I try and be spontaneous and I don't read the questions before I just start reading them. What took you guys so long? Howdy, Clayton. New sub. Thank you. You were late. You were late, so guess my name is really fitting. Yeah. If you're talking about overall, I've moved my live streams to start on the hour, so 10 o'clock as opposed to 9:50 or 9:55. Tonight's game ended early, by the way. It was 9:28 when the game ended. So that was 30 minutes before I started. That's a long time, I admit. But it allowed me to post things, hang out with the family for a bit. And then I realized that I had to update Streamlabs that I was logging on. Jeff, you and me both, night owls. 2 good-looking guys with no hair who are night owls. Nick, I agree that Demko showed up tonight. Do you think Travis Green should hold some of the veteran players more accountable, like limiting ice time? Because it seems like the veterans are having a way bigger leash than the younger players. Yeah, but then, Roussel, Beagle, veterans, they only had 9 minutes each. You're probably talking about Miller, who had another 22 minutes. But Besser, young guy, 20 minutes. Pettersson, young guy, 21 minutes. Horvat, young guy, 21 minutes. So, and Hughes, young guy, 24 minutes. So aside from JT Miller, at least up front, it's all the young guys getting the ice time. Good point, though. I'm still awake, don't worry. I'm just trying to figure out where I am. You guys know that... yeah, where's Dexter? Dexter must be busy tonight. Noah, is it me or did I kind of see Miller and Besser arguing a bit when Dan Murphy showed Miller's frustration before the game? Actually, I didn't see that. When did they show that? Oh, before the game started. Ah, okay, thanks. Can the Canucks force Edler to retire? Sure. You don't... not during this season, but you simply offer him a really bad contract and then you have to be able to let him walk away. Did you get much snow in Stevenson? Nothing, Noah. We got nothing. Fangirl, does Ariel Tulio still sing for the Canucks? Haven't seen her sing for them in a while. Yeah, I don't think she got any games this year, Fangirl. I'm not as close to Ariel as I am with Marie, but I might shoot her a message and ask her. Gary, is DiPietro's height an issue? I wouldn't say it's height. It's just we're still trying to figure out how good he is. Brad, do you think the power play formation is an issue? Having Hughes hovering around the center of the blue line, not enough an effort, Miller and Petey to make up the ground. Yeah, I want to. Hughes is such a good skater. I want to see him to create more movement and have forwards try and take him, and then creating an odd man opportunities. Great point. No, Riley, I don't think Becky Lynch could be a 50-goal scorer. Dominic, hey Clay, how are you at this point? I'm not even going to complain because we just suck and never try. Dominic, I'm doing great. I hope you are as well. Do you think the Flames should be doing better than they are? Yeah, Harmon, you look at their lineup. I think their top end lineup is comparable to the Canucks. I think their defense is better, and they have Markstrom. I'm surprised they're not doing better. No, Dogwood, I'll say that game stank because although I know how it's spelled and obviously what word's in there, I'm not saying the T word. I'm saying the stink word. All right, so now that our offense is struggling and our D is still not great, how long before we decide to sell? I think we're going to start to see some things happen in the next couple of weeks, but it's going to be a buyer's market, right? Not a seller's market. Nathan, Clay, are you surprised the Nucks haven't had a players-only meeting? Yeah, a little bit, but maybe they have, and we just didn't know. Like, there's a way to do that without letting the media know as well. What's going to happen with all those overpaid contracts like Sutter? Easy. They let him walk. Roussel and Beagle one more year, and then they walk. So Sutter, Ben, Pearson, Edler, Hamonic all come off the books this year. Roussel, Beagle, Eriksson come off the books next year. Patrick. Hello, Patrick. Been a while. Looks like you've been doing well. Nice work, buddy. Thank you, my friend. Yes, things are good. I hope you are good as well. Justin, thoughts on keeping Besser on the left point on PP1 versus Miller and having him be the net front? It doesn't seem like he's great at tipping pucks and forces PK to respect one-timers both sides. Yeah, and I do think Miller is actually a better passer than Besser, so I wouldn't mind having Miller at the front of the net or at least down by the goal line. Yeah, I would love to have Besser on the left point and let him just rip the one-timer. Chris, do you think Vertan is going to get traded? He played hard tonight. In my own feelings, I felt like he played as hard as he could, feeling like if he didn't perform, he might be gone. It's actually beneficial if he does play well, right? Because then it drives up his trade value. But I do think he might get traded. Not he will, he might get traded. What do you think of Smith's game? It was perfect. He was great. How do you feel about that, Clay? About Vertanen? Yeah, I think it could happen. Dexter is here. Oh, that's fine. And Dexter, no pressure to say anything. I would... just keep on being a good mod like you've been doing, and that's good enough for me. Yes, Jogpaul, a lot of things are missing, including chemistry. It's tough. The teams, the players can't get together. Always is not happy. He doesn't like the Oilers. Do you think Jim Benning would ever coach the team like Pat Quinn? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's his strength. Patrick Lou, you got it going on. So much knowledge. Thank you. I just like to talk. Maybe Hunter Ryan Singh's energetic broadcast gives our team a spark. Sign him up. Okay, I'd be up for that. Who's your pick for the Art Ross? Art Ross. I kept getting confused. Art Ross. No, it's got to be McDavid, won't it be? How far ahead is he right now? That's a good question. Actually, I won't look it up right now. But is he way? He's way ahead, right? Yeah, it'll be Connor. It'll be Connor. I feel bad. I have Connor McDavid in my fantasy pool, so I usually sit guys when they play against Canucks, but there's no way I'm sitting Connor McDavid ever. No, the Canucks will not try and sign Braun Strowman, Riley. Dexter, do you think any team wants Roussel? No, I don't. If so, what could Canucks get for him? Nothing. I think you get like a late pick, like 5th, 6th, or 7th round. I don't think his contract's too big for what he produces, unfortunately. Does a combo of Horvat, PD, and Besser do well? They could, although now you got 2 centers on one line. I guess you could say that Miller can take draws on the second line, but yeah, they seem to not put Horvat and PD. They would do that before we had JT Miller. They would do that at the end of 2 seasons ago when we needed a goal or an offensive zone faceoff. They would try Horvat, PD, and Besser because those were our 3 best offensive players at the time. Buyer's market, yes, Jeff, for sure. Who do you think in next year is going to Seattle in the expansion draft? Could be a defenseman, but likely could be one of our younger players if we still have him. McEwen, Gaudette, Virtanen, maybe Holtby, but probably not. And I think it'll be one of our young forwards. I don't think Betting's going to lace up to stabilize our D. Oh, Chris, you meant the heart. That's a good question. Yeah, it could be someone from Boston. You got to look how good Boston's playing. Whether that's Bergeron or, but I think Connor is always going to be in that discussion. If Toronto plays really well, Austin Matthews could get some votes. Do you think teams will be reluctant to trade this deadline during the quarantine? Yes, Fangirl. I do think there will be so. Dexter, do you think any team wants Sutter? I do think that teams would take Sutter for a playoff run. You can be a 3rd or 4th line center and a penalty killer. I think you get a mid-round pick. So I've always said Pearson, you can get a 2nd-round pick. Sutter, you could get a mid-round pick. That's my guess. Do you think we should have Dexter play at center? Dexter would be great. Thanks for doing this, Clay. Hope you and your family are doing well. Justin, anytime. We're here after every game, win or lose. Mostly losing, but yeah, Justin, great seeing you, buddy. All right, Ross will be David. Yeah. Hey, Ray, bro. Yeah, no, you're good, man. I know you're not the type to jump in here and rub it in our face, but no, the Edmonton Oilers are playing well. I have nothing against them. I don't hate them like I hate Calgary. I have McDavid in my fantasy pool. It's keeper pool. Man, that McDavid, it's funny. So I'll digress for 30 seconds here. Our keeper pool is really cool. It's a salary cap pool, and it's keeper, right? Franchise. Every year you keep the same players. We draft 4 new prospects every year. You're allowed to keep them on your farm team up to 4 years. And then we use last year's salaries though. So last year's salary cap. So if you follow that, I have Pettersson and Hughes for this season and next season at $900,000 each. My team's actually really good. I'm actually winning my fantasy pool because remember, this is a keeper league salary cap, and we're using last year's salary. So my team is Pettersson, McDavid, Bergeron, Matthew Tkachuk, Kirill Kaprizov, JT Miller, Mikko Rantanen, Alex DeBrincat, Brock Besser, Quinn Hughes, Josh Morrissey, Charlie McAvoy, Ryan Pulak, Tyler Myers, Ryan Suter, Gabriel Landeskog, Jake Muzzin, Hampus Lindholm, that Lankinen goalie from Chicago, Connor Hellebuck, Thatcher Demko, and Marc-Andre Fleury. So about 2 or 3 of those guys are injured, so I'm going to have to drop a couple of those guys, probably like Myers or something. But yeah, I really like the fact that I have McDavid. I like that I have Pettersson and Besser and Miller when they're playing well. I think, I like my youth in Tkachuk and DeBrincat and Mikko Rantanen and Kaprizov, so that's cool. and Quinn Hughes. So that's my fantasy team. Anyways, all to say, why was I talking about that? Oh yeah, I don't mind the Edmonton Oilers. You notice I don't have any Calgary Flames guys. Oh no, I do have Matthew Tkachuk. Never mind. Roussel's nickname is Rooster because he's always sitting in the bar in the penalty box. That was okay. Not your best work. That was okay. Preds are fine with trading Forsberg. I do like Philip Forsberg. Sonny, when Demko played in the playoffs, is that the best goalie performance you've ever seen? If not, who's better? No, it was close to it. I think Luongo had a couple stretches where he was making 40, 50 saves a night. But that Demko one was pretty special. Do you like Hogg's hit on Chris Russell? Yeah. It's funny that Russell's so much bigger, taller, but Hoglander weighs more. I thought it was good. Can you see Vancouver dealing more with Canadian teams at the trade deadline due to the border closed, or will they say screw that? It's so tough to say, Chris. I think, though, mostly they will trade within Canada somehow because of the quarantine. It really depends, actually. Or you can plan well enough and just know that you're not going to get a guy if you trade with the American team for 2 or 3 weeks. Owen TV, thanks, man. Always donating. I appreciate that. $3. Good night. Sweet dreams, y'all. God bless you, Owen. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that. Dexter, trading Ben. You're not getting anything for him, like a low draft pick, 5th, 6th, or 7th round. I think. What is this fantasy thing everybody always talks about? How can I get access to it? Sonny, quickly. Oh yeah, Patrick, I'll get to your question in a sec. There's different types of fantasy leagues, but basically it's a hockey pool, and some leagues award different points for goals, assists, shots, blocks, plus minus, penalty minutes, whatever, shutouts for goalies. And there are different types of leagues. Some are free. I'm in a free one with the guys like Dexter and Arcel in here, and Rios, and there's some other ones where you pay. And that one that I was talking about with my church guys, we've been going for 10 or 12 years, so it's been cool to build our franchises. Patrick, what do you think about the trade for Tannen, Gaudette, Demko for Dumba, Talbot, 3rd rounder? I don't know if Minnesota does that. Yeah, and I really like Demko. What happened with Jonah Gadjevich? Was some promise there? Yeah, Brad, I still think he's going to get a chance in a couple years. Sonny, hey Clay, I'm thinking of getting season tickets next year. Are there any benefits meeting the player? Yeah, Sonny, there are a lot of benefits. There's small ones. You're entered into contests and but there are bigger ones. You get kind of like one big one a year. So I've met the players. I've been able to, my son Sean caddied for Bo Horvat at a golf tournament 5 years ago. That was cool. You have access to upgrades. But yeah, there are benefits like autograph night, meet the players, and things like that. So it's probably a good time to buy. I don't think there's any wait list right now. ASC, I don't follow the Canucks much. What happened to this team? They don't have an identity. They gave up too many goals at the start of the year, too many changes, and they didn't replace the quality they lost. Thoughts on Myers shooting the puck? I don't mind his offense, actually. How likely is it the Canucks make a move before the deadline? No, I think they'll do something. I just don't know how big it's going to be. Do you think the Predators could trade? I don't know much about the Preds, but I don't think they're going to. If that's the goal you're talking about, I doubt it. Chris. Oh, wow. Chris, I give credit to you. All this time, I wouldn't have known you're an Oilers fan because you've been asking good questions and you didn't rub it in your face, but you said, I'm an Oilers fan and came here to see salty Canucks fans, but honestly enjoy your little chat here. Thanks, Chris. Wow, you stayed all this time without revealing yourself. That's impressive. All right, so can you bring that prospects up anytime in that league? Like, can you wait? Good question. Yes. So, Arcel, once you bring someone up within the 4 years, if he's still on your bench after 4 years on your farm team, you got to drop him. And I did that with, like, say, Michael McLeod this year. As soon as you bring him up, you can't send him back down. So once he's up, he's up. And so it's a really, really cool league. Arcel, I'll be happy to tell you more about it another time, but it's really, really cool. Harsinder says Ben might get a 4th. A couple of similar deals are Scandella to Montreal for 4th and Fantenberg to Calgary for. Okay, no, I appreciate that, Harsinder. You know the prospects and the market much more than I do. Thank you. You think Canucks can be a future super team? No, Rios, I don't know how they could. What happened to Jet Wu, Casket Brain? He's still in our system. He's probably a couple years away. I think he's going to max out as a third pairing guy, though. Who do you think was the least underperforming player to your standards? The least underperforming. So that means not underperforming. I think Hoglander is not underperforming. That was a weird question, but I think I see what you're getting at. All right, we're at the 40-minute mark. I'm going to tell you, okay, would you be frustrated if the Canucks didn't sell some assets? Yes, because we've seen that happen with with Hamhuis and Verbata that 1 year. If you want to do a video with me to have an Oilers fan, shoot me an email. Okay, I will make a note of that. Thank you, Chris. Dexter, Miller, Pettersson, Besser, Hoglander, Horvat, Podkolzin is the top 6. What's your bottom 6? I think Gaudette, Lind, McEwen. Yeah, and you're still going to have Beagle and Roussel and Mott. So maybe your third line is a Gaudette, Mott, and Lind, and then McEwen, Roussel, Beagle as one line as well. Nick, hey Clay, do you think Travis Green is in trouble now? Do you see Pearson getting traded? I think Green mixed it in the season. I do think Pearson gets traded potentially. What? You think it's funny? I'm here, Clay. New sub. Thank you. Funny. What? I appreciate that. Clay, is that other league on Yahoo? Yeah, Arsenal it is. It is on Yahoo. But we don't have any openings, right? We're 10 guys that have been doing it forever, or 8 guys. We in Leafs Nation like JT Miller. What would the Canucks want in return? We would want a roster player. I don't think you're going to get rid of any of your big 4 forwards. I'd have to think about that. You guys, let ASE know what we want in return for JT Miller from Toronto. I didn't know you could do that with Yahoo, Clay. Yeah, it's on there. It's good. Riley, would you ever want to see an NBA team? Absolutely, yes. I don't think it's going to happen. He's not wooing everyone. Very good. Clay, do you know where that joke is from? It's hilarious. No, I don't. You have to let me know. Cheers, bud. Have a great night. You gained an Oiler fan as a follower. Hope to hear from you. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Jogball says Wayne Simmons. Okay. That's it for questions for today. Thank you. We're close to the 45-minute mark. So I'm going to tell you a really quick story, and then I'm going to open it up to you for the last couple minutes. So I'm in a good mood today. I helped do the tech for a conference 2 weeks ago, and I did it for work. I got, it was a typical work day, but then they also gave me a nice little bonus today. So I opened it up, and it was a $250 gift card to Amazon. And that's actually all I thought it was. They wanted to buy something techie for me. I wanted AirPods because my Bluetooth headphones are getting older. But then I felt bad for asking for AirPods. So I just said, no, that's what I'd get. But anything to Amazon or Costco would help. So then they give me a $250 gift card. So I ended up buying the AirPods, the AirPods Pro, which is pretty cool. And then I'm looking at my recycling bin, and I noticed that there are 2 $50 gift certificates to my favorite Japanese restaurant in Richmond called Matsuyama that I almost threw out because I didn't even see it in the envelope. I got so excited to see the Amazon gift card. So yes, it sounds a little material, but it was nice to be respected and recognized, affirmed, and appreciated for some work I did. I just did some background work on a conference, and yeah, they gave me $250 to Amazon and $100 to my favorite Japanese restaurant. So pretty cool. And I used that Amazon gift card to buy some new AirPods. Okay, they're not very. That wasn't the most riveting story ever, but someone asked if I had a good day, and that's why I had a good day. It's from Chanho Park saying I had a lot of. Oh yes. I remember that. He said it in the dressing room, in the locker room, to a bunch of reporters. Very good, very good. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay. Let's go for 3 or 4 minutes. Questions only, but non-Canucks, non-hockey related questions. And I'll do my best to not digress. I'll try and get through as many as I can. Let's go 3 or 4 minutes. Non-hockey related questions. And then we'll wrap up. Or if there's no questions, we can wrap up. Clay, what did you do? You became a Power Ranger. I'm not sure. Can those guys fly? That's what I'd do. I'd fly and I'd shoot stuff. Is that what Power Rangers do? Are you selling any merch like that cup you drank from? Well, thank you for noticing. I actually, with my lovely wife Gail, made this for me. But no, I don't sell merch. Although, if I use that logo, I think maybe some people would buy it. But no. But thank you for asking, Rob. Wonton Super Sushi. Sushi hands down. Do you believe in extraterrestrial life, Clay? No, I don't, Rome. Sean Avery, your comments in the Canucks YouTube videos are awesome. 3 best golfers on the Canucks. Oh, who was good? I thought Gaudette was good. Stetcher was good. I'm trying to think now because I only see them shoot one hole, right? I think Edler was pretty good as well, actually. But I don't know that for sure. Yeah, sorry, Truds. That was a very disappointing answer. Let me think about that one. Rob, you'd buy a CCC shirt? Well, thank you, Rob. All right, that's it. Not a lot of questions tonight. Maybe you guys are questioned out, or you're gonna let me rest my voice. So I'll do 2 more minutes. Any other questions? Darko, that's a hockey related question, but I'll answer it just for you. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make the playoffs this year. What's your favorite viewpoint in Greater Vancouver? I like a lot of them. You know what I like? I like driving down Cambie, heading towards downtown and seeing around 12th and Broadway, around 12th, 16th to 12th, seeing the view open up, BC Place and the sky. I actually really like that, actually, because I drive it a lot, right? But, I like going to the beach as well, Stanley Park, so on and so forth. 3 favorite YouTube channels. I'm watching 2 basketball ones, Tristan Jass and Ball's Life. Been watching those recently. And I think Canuck Clay does some good stuff too. Chinese food or Japanese food? Japanese food every single day of the week. When we'll try? Oh no! Favorite comic book movie? I actually don't watch comic book movies. Sean, I'll have to get back to you. Although that Spider-Man comic movie, which is that what I don't even know what it's called. The Spider-Man one recently was pretty good. Clay, would you ever do a video on every time you said booyah? Probably not. You just have to wait for it at the end of each of these videos. Favorite fast food place here? It's so bad. I'm easy. McDonald's. I'm so easy. Jeff, I love your positivity. I hope that you're happy. Are you happy? Yeah, I'd say I'm joyful more than I'm happy. I'm a happy person, but I always say that I'd rather be known as a joyful person than a happy person. I think joyful has more connotations, religious connotations. You guys know I'm quite into my faith. But thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Okay, what took you guys so long? You know where my profile pic and name is from. Go ahead and type it out. I'll as long as you can do it in the next 2 minutes. Type it out. Favorite Korean barbecue restaurant? Oh, I don't go to a lot of Korean barbecue. We do a lot of it at home, but there's that. What's that one in Richmond? Oh shucks, what's that one in Richmond that I like going to? Oh my, I'm having the worst brain fart. Korean barbecue Richmond. It's that one right by on Alderbridge and 3 Road. No, not Sura. Gangnam. What is the name? I feel like it starts with G. Like Gyu. Oh guys, this is the worst ever. I'll have to get back to you on that favorite Korean place. I'll remember it for next one. But, yeah, I can't even remember it right now. Favorite SkyTrain station? Don't have one. I just don't ride them a lot. But that's not to be a snob. I just don't take it a lot. What's your opinion, Becky Lynch? She's good. Very talented. Clay, do you snore? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I do snore. Hey Clay, do you notice that the Hockey Guy YouTuber is always so sarcastic when he brings up Canuck? No, I don't watch him, Jim. So I wouldn't know that. Jay Canada's good basketball. That's good. Favorite NBA player? Steve Nash of all time. And right now, I do like, I like Jamal Murray's game. What do basketball players wear? Jersey. I know what you're trying to get me to say, Coach Rob. Who would you like to meet, dead or alive? Michael Jackson. Yeah, I would like to meet Michael Jackson just because I really liked his music. His other things aside. Michael Jackson. I really liked him growing up. Spider-Verse. That was the one. Thank you. Favorite area of Rogers Arena? Oh, that's a good question. Team Store, there's a lot of energy around there. And maybe every time, right where I get my my beef, I can't remember what the name of the place is called now. Not Catch, Carve. And I actually like the area outside of my section too, because it's near the washrooms and there's always a lot happening out there. But if I had to pick one, let's say Team Store. Are you a good sleeper? No, I need to get way more sleep. And I think I snore and I might grind my teeth. You think Tiger will ever play a PGA tourney? No, I think he's done, unfortunately. Do you talk to the hockey guy? No, I don't. I respect him, but I don't talk to him. We haven't had an opportunity to interact. Would you ever live anywhere else? Maybe. Gail and I thought about Arizona before because we have some friends there. We love the weather, but I'm not sure. Rob, I've been looking for a good full place. Go to Tyson in where Walmart is. Tyson, Taison. You ever eaten a Jack in the Box? Maybe once. Yes, Canucks, Gyukaku. I couldn't. Yes, thank you. I think I got the Gyu part out. Have you ever made sushi yourself at home? Not a lot. No, we usually go out and buy. Okay, I'm going to go really fast just to finish these off. Gyukaku, thank you. Hello from Burnaby. Hello. Favorite ramen place? Don't eat the stuff. Sorry, Nathan. Joyful is a great word. Awesome. When the FBI converges upon a serial killer in an unsolved mystery episode, after they say freeze and they point the guns at him, he massively turns and says, "What took you guys so long?" Thank you for that, for typing that up. Best dim sum not in Richmond. Don't eat it, Truds. Don't eat it. Sorry. You dim sum, you lose some. That's like a joke I've used since high school. You dim sum, you lose some. Clay, for Canucks fan, you're cool. I'll take it. Thoughts on Ravi Zacharias? I don't even know what that is, Rome. I'll look that up as soon as we're done. Do you think the Raptors should sell at the deadline? No, I think they're still in it, Arso, right? They're right around 500. Yeah, you're right. Gyukaku is probably a Japanese place, but it has Korean barbecue. That's fair. Section 319. You got it, Rios. You got it. Have we met at the game there? Is that why? Or you just know that I said in section 319? How much sleep do you average a night? 5 hours. Not good. 6 hours. 1:30 to 7:30. What would you think you would shoot on a PGA professional golf course? Double par, 144. Favorite chocolate bar? Let's go Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Not going to talk about military vehicles I don't know. Okay, that's good. Don't move to California. Favorite city you've been to? I like Los Angeles because of Disneyland and because of family there. But I don't know if it's my absolute favorite. Good questions. Yeah, my favorite city I've been to. I like Tokyo for sure, but that was way back in 1989. Oh, maybe Rome. Because of the history and the church, and I want to bring Gail there. Comtois and Zigo, they're both going to be really good players, Sheldon. Tips for... Okay, last few, and then we're done. Tips for learning Korean? I don't know. Watch Korean shows. Favorite thing your wife cooks? Pesto linguine. Do you talk to the hockey guy? No. Have you been simulating the draft lottery? Nope. Dim sum, you lose some. I'm glad you like that. Quiznos or Subway. Do you speak any other languages? No. A bit of Japanese and French to get me through high school. My wife can speak 4. I can barely speak 1. I meant to say, do you think the Raps should trade Lowry for assets? What's his contract? I don't know much about his contract, Arso, but yeah, I think you'd be open to that. I didn't used to like Lowry, but I like him a bit better now. Oh, Rios. Yes, I do remember that. We met once. Probably don't remember I specifically got those seats so I can meet. No, I do remember us talking about that. That's pretty awesome. We'll have to meet that again. All right. Favorite social media? I'm not sure if YouTube counts as social media, but I enjoy YouTube a lot and I enjoy Twitter a lot. Facebook and Instagram I just use. Do you like Red Robin? Yes, I do. Bonsai Burger, Wendy's or BK. All right. Very good. Thanks, you guys. We're at 53 minutes. I want to thank you for being here once again. Another rough one, but it's basically where we're at right now. So let's talk about the next game for the Canucks. I believe Saturday, right? Against Winnipeg. Oh, Monday. Oh, yeah, this is right. This is a 3-day gap. So I won't see you until Monday. But I'll be doing daily videos until then. But yeah, well, I forgot that now we have a bit of a gap. So who knows? 3 days between games, our first 3-day gap. We might actually see something happen with respect to the Canucks. But regardless, thank you for being here on another night where the Canucks lost. I'm getting sick of this. I think they've only won 8 out of 24. So 2/3 of the time we're talking about a Canucks loss. That is not fun. So I appreciate that you are here sticking with me to the end. So thanks again to everyone for being here. I appreciate you. I don't take you for granted. Thank you to the mods for doing such a great job. I appreciate you. And as always, subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Now we have the same amount of likes as people watching because we're winding down. And of course, if you wanted to join the channel as a member, you're certainly welcome to do that as well. So my friends, thanks again. Thanks for being here. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great night. God bless. Go Canucks, go. Booyah.